Kind of a stretch. Oh, I know. Hello friends, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time here. My name is Lena, and this is where I talk about books and life and art, but mostly books. And today, this video is pretty short, but I just wanted to share my Winterween TBR with you because Winterween starts, I think when this video goes up, it'll be starting tomorrow. So it starts January 5th and goes through January 11th, and it is hosted by Gabby Reads, and she does all of the weenie readathons. So she does Summerween and Winterween. There's also like Spring Flingaween. Does she do one at actual Halloween time? I can't remember, but there might be one like in October as well. It's a really fun readathon to be a part of because everybody is like joining in and reading books that just feel like spooky season, even though it's not spooky season. So, and this one really leans into that winter theme, obviously, and I love it because I think winter is such a perfect setting for horror, so I really enjoy Winterween. But you know, now that I say that, I love Summerween as well, so I guess I just love readathons that have to do with spooky season. So in my reading journal, I have my notes of which prompts go with which books that are on my list here. So I'm just gonna share my TBR with you, just in case you are struggling to come up with a certain book for a certain prompt. Yeah, I just figured I would share mine. And please comment below and let me know if we are reading any of the same books this week, because I would love that. Let's see here. The first prompt is to read a book in the dark. And so the book that I plan to read in the dark, I always, for a read in the dark, I always read a graphic novel, because I am a person who falls asleep really easily if I'm reading it in the dark. So I'm gonna be reading Through the Woods by Emily Carroll, and this is like a series of scary stories in this graphic novel. I've had this on my shelf for so long and I just haven't had an opportunity to read it for whatever reason, but whenever I do pick it up, I'm like, oh, I should save this for winter. So you know what, the time has come. Winterween is here. Let's do this thing. So, very excited for this one. The second prompt is to read a book with a witch on the cover. The book that I have for this one is Unfamiliar Volume 2, which is another graphic novel, I know. But I read the first volume during another one of these readathons and I just loved it so much. Like as soon as I finished it, I was like, oh my gosh, when does volume 2 come out? And I love the cover because not only is the little witch on the cover, but it also doubles as one of the other prompts. So if I am struggling to find a book with purple on the cover, this one counts. I just love the illustrations and like the color palette in this series, so I'm very excited that volume 2 is out, and I'm very excited that I have it and that I'm gonna be reading it this week. The next reading prompt is to read a book with a snowy or winter setting, and so the book that I am reading for that, I actually got the audiobook from my library, but I'm gonna be reading The Shining by Stephen King, and I'm starting with that one because I feel like that'll be like a good one to listen to here and there while I'm driving to work or while I'm making dinner or doing chores or whatever, because I think it will have one, I haven't read it before, but I'm guessing that it might have kind of like a slow build to it, so I feel like it'll be like a good one to have like ongoing throughout the whole readathon. So yeah. Prompt 4 is to read a book with purple on the cover. So I did show you Unfamiliar Volume 2, which does have purple on the cover, because my book that does have purple on the cover is honestly kind of a stretch. It is White Horse, and her lips look purple on the cover because of her lipstick. So this is my book with purple on the cover. I know it's not really purple, but I'm saying that it's purple. But if not, maybe she's a witch, and maybe that's a witch on the cover, and maybe this is my purple cover. I feel like between these two, I'm meeting the requirement, in some way. I have a shockingly small amount of purple books on my shelves. I am just not drawn to purple, so I think that perhaps that has something to do with that. So, but yeah, purple on the cover. And then the last prompt is to read a book with a W in the title, which there are a surprising amount of horror books with a W in the title. Like, not hard to find. Actually hard to narrow it down. So I've got two that I am kind of deciding between for this one, although I guess White Horse could fit for that one as well as Through the Woods. Most of my books have a W in the title. So the two books that I am choosing between are My Heart is a Chainsaw. I thrifted this a long time ago and haven't read it yet, and so it's always like on my list of books that I want to get to, that I want to read. I know I like Stephen Graham Jones, so I really do want to get to it. I don't know if this is the readathon that I will be getting to it, but it's here if time allows. Then the other one is Moon of the Crusted Snow, which I think that this one is going to be the one that I'm going to lean towards, because obviously it has a winter setting, and I think it's like an isolation horror, which I mean, it creeps me out. I really enjoy it in terms of being scared. So those are my books for this readathon. Let me stack these up so they look nice. Not pictured here is The Shining, but here are my books for the Winterween Readathon 2024, baby. So excited. So again, I will link Gabby's channel below. I'm sure you already know where her channel is and that you've already joined in this Winterween Readathon if you've found this video, but still, I will link it below, and I'll also link the Instagram account. This is Summerween is the Instagram account for it. So thank you so much for being here. Please comment and share what you are reading for the readathon, or if any of our books are the same. That would be really exciting. I would love to share our thoughts as we finish them. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Let's connect. Let's talk books. So thank you for being here, and I hope you have a very spooky Winterween. Bye!